What is going on, everyone? We have brand new news for the new Elemental Hero Structure deck. Yes, the Elemental Hero Structure deck for Rush Duels is real. So for anyone who thought it was an April Fool's joke, joke's on you. Elemental Heroes are coming to Rush Duels. We got the package art, and we know some of the cards that are actually going to be in the deck, including effects as well. So first, going over the actual normal monsters in the deck, we're going to be seeing things like Avion, Burstinatrix, Clayman, Sparkman, and also Elemental Hero Neos. Now, I didn't expect Elemental Hero Neos to come out so incredibly soon. I was thinking it'll be kind of like down the line, but Elemental Hero Neos is actually coming out in this deck, and not even as a legend monster as well. It's just straight up just gonna be a monster you could run 3 of, which completely makes sense. But still, it's crazy to believe that the ace monster for Judai is not gonna be a legend monster the same way the ace monsters for Yugi and Joey and Kaiba were legend monsters, even though Kaiba's kind of made sense, you know, you didn't want people running 3 Blue Eyes Dragons during that time. But we're also gonna get Elemental Hero Bubbleman with a kind of a newish effect. And this effect is going to be the requirement during the main phase. This card is normal or special summon. If there are no other cards on your field nor in your hand, draw 2 cards. Now, I'm not sure how valuable this effect is going to be. I mean, drawing 2 cards if you have no other cards in your hand or on the side of the field in Rush Duels, that's going to be pretty rough. That would mean your opponent will have to get rid of your stuff during your turn, and there's not a lot of cards that are going to allow that to happen. So I'm not sure how well this effect is going to work, but I guess it's something nice to just have just in case. Of course, they didn't give it the special summon effect because it makes no reason at all to have it with the special summon effect, because in Rush Duels you have unlimited normal summons, so it completely makes sense why they omitted that part from it. But talking about card effects that seem kind of strange, let's read Skyscraper, the field spell for the Elemental Heroes, one of my favorite field spells ever. And the requirement to activate it is none. Effect is, while this card is face up in a field zone, face up Elemental Hero Avion, Burstinatrix, Clayman, Sparkman, Bubbleman, and Neos, and level 5 to 8 warrior fusion monsters gain 1000 attack during the turn player's turn. So that's absolutely ridiculous. And when I mean ridiculous, that means it's pretty much hurting any future Elemental Hero main deck monster support. What happens if we get Wildheart? What happens if we get Blade Edge? What happens if we get Necro Shade? What's going to happen with those cards? Pretty much they can't use the power of Skyscraper. I get that Rush Duels doesn't want to have archetypes, but not putting in the Elemental Hero archetype specifically for this deck is very, very odd. It makes me wonder how things like Hero Shield is going to work. Is Hero Shield going to be name specific as well? Name dropping Avion, Burstinatrix, Clayman, Sparkman, Bubbleman, and Neos as well. It's very, very, very weird that they went this route. Again, I know they don't want to do archetypes, but they should have at least made it warrior monsters in general. I mean, that could have been a little bit too crazy if that means any warrior monster could use the Skyscraper field spell, but still better than just limit it to the few Elemental Heroes and pretty much hurting any main deck Elemental Heroes that will be in the game. And hopefully there will be future Elemental Heroes in the main deck and not just extra deck ones as well. Next, let's go to the fusions, which you're going to be able to get both of these fusions as Overrush rarity cards. I believe it's going to be at random, so yeah, you might want to pick up more than one of each of these decks. But we have Flame Wingman, which works exactly as I thought it would be. It's going to have no requirement to use the effect, and the continuous effect is going to be when this card destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, inflict damage to the opponent equal to the monster's original attack. Now, original attack is odd. I believe that Flame Wingman was just the monster's attack while on field, so if your opponent powers up a monster, it may not be able to burn it for more damage than you could. It also has the effect this card cannot be special summoned except by fusion summon, which is something that we've seen tacked down to a lot of Elemental Hero fusion monsters, meaning that they are monsters that can't be monster reborn. And this effect to not be special summoned from the graveyard is also going to be applied to our new Elemental Hero Burst Wingman, which is also going to have the same materials as Flame Wingman. In case you don't know what those materials are, that's Elemental Hero Avion and Burstinatrix. It's also going to have an effect that you can send the top card of your deck to the graveyard, choose one face-up warrior monster on your field, it gains 1000 attack until the end of the opponent's next turn, Then you could choose one spell or trap card on the opponent's field and destroy it, and that's absolutely incredible. That means you can make this a 3100 attack point monster. Inside of Skyscraper, it'll be 4100 if it attacks anything above 31, meaning it could also get over maximum monsters. You could also power up your other monsters, like you could power up something like Elemental Hero Sparkman at 2600 and then attack into a monster with 3k, and then it'll go to 3600. So right now, this is all we got for Elemental Heroes. They all have upgraded artwork. We do have effects that kind of make sense for Rush Duel. I do think Skyscraper kind of hurts any future main deck Elemental Hero cards. I really wish they didn't make it this way. I didn't know how they were going to apply Skyscraper and Rush Duels, especially since there are no archetypes, but this feels like a really odd way to do it, but I do get why they kind of did it. Bubble Man has a kind of a weird effect that I don't see working out too well in Rush Duels either, but overall the fusions are pretty awesome, especially this brand new Elemental Hero Burst Wingman. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Elemental Heroes are finally coming to Rush Duel, and these are just some of the cards that are going to be in the deck. I can't wait to see more Elemental Hero cards that are going to be announced for the deck, and the set that's coming up as well, and the new set that's going to be coming out as well, which is also going to feature some new Elemental Hero cards. Now that brings up the question, will there be any main deck Elemental Hero monsters, especially considering that they don't work with Skyscraper, or are we just going to get a whole bunch of new fusions that will work with Skyscraper? Don't know. Still hoping we get some of the classics like Wild Heart and Blade Edge and Necroshade and things like that. Really looking forward to this. Really looking forward to this because I absolutely love Elemental Heroes. So let me know what you guys think. That's all I got for you guys today. Please like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think about the heroes in Rush Duels, and peace out.